How y'all doing out there? You know who it is. You know who it is. Lady Love myself. I just wanted to come to you with this video for my brethren who are relocating from New York to Atlanta, Georgia. I want to give you a few pros and cons, some tips and ideas, some suggestions on what uh, you may want to get into or become familiar with. There are really some things that you need to know before you get here, what you must do. Okay. I've been here for a couple of years, well over 10, 15, 15 years, something like that. And I've seen Georgia go through a major change. Now, coming from New York, um, it was mind blowing because number one, Georgia is a car mandatory state. Yes, it's a car mandatory state. It does not have mass transportation like New York does. Well, nobody has mass transportation like New York, but it's not vast. It goes to different little cities, really north, south, east, and west, and a couple of stops out that way. But it's not grandiose. The buses, with the trains too. That's another thing. Don't expect any form of any form of sense of urgency on your way to work if you have to take the public transportation, because there is none. I learned the hard way. Okay. When I got here from New York, it's going to be a major culture shock. Okay. And when I got here, I moved first to College Park. Okay. And I was just like, oh, wow, okay. I thought it was nice. And I couldn't believe that the apartment that I was in coming from New York really wasn't an apartment. It was a house, because it was a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, upstairs, downstairs, backyard, kitchen, huge dining room. I had a full master bathroom in my master bedroom because I'm the queen. And it was just like, oh my God. Oh my God, we get all of this. And I was in College Park off of Camp Creek. And I was referred there. I got approved. All that I got for that apartment back then in 2006, it was for, I think, 7, maybe 8. And I was working still in New York. And when I got approved and they told me how much I had to have, and all that I needed to bring was just 2 pay stubs. Two pay stubs, your ID, and 1 month's rent. Okay. And if you're moving in the middle of the month, they prorate it. But it wasn't like in New York where you got to pay rent, security, landlord, the mouse, the rat, Jesus Christ Superstar. You got to have so much just to move into an apartment. And that was the part that was just irritating sometimes up there. And I did a cartwheel because I couldn't believe it. I was just like, that's all I got to pay? That's all I got to pay to get down there? I was like, take that, take that, take that, take that. And me and the kids, it was like, let's pack it up, you know? And we came on down and we were so loving our space until one day it was like 5 in the afternoon and boom, I dropped to the floor. That was the first time I ever did a drop to the floor. Never had to do that in New York. I heard a god darn machine gun going off at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It scared the hell out of me and my son. We were just, I don't know, watching TV, doing something, and just, oh shit, dive to the floor. Like, what the hell? It was so, it was like beyond hood and then it was summertime. Okay, we got there in summertime. Man, I mean, I met some really great people over there, but I wasn't used to all those guns going off. My daughter's like, "Ma, they shooting guns off at the bus stop in the morning for school." And it was a bit much over there in that Camp Creek area over there with Highland Square and Diplomat. You can keep that. Even the Camp Creek Marketplace, you can keep that shit too. I don't care how many stores they built because they were building this huge marketplace, strip malls and all of that, but it didn't change the element. Hmm. There's been a lot of shootings over there, so that was another thing, and which is also why I'm going to piggyback off of why I should have a car, because also there was no sidewalks. There are still some places in Georgia in the areas ain't no sidewalks, y'all. Ain't no sidewalk, and you're right by the road, and there's a lot of hit and runs down here. And the motherfucker hit you and keep going. Oh, I hit someone. Your ass be dead on the road. So, um, it was pertinent. I realized that when I got here, like, oh my God, I need a car. Also because the supermarket ain't nothing around the corner. Wasn't anything around the corner. So I really need to hurry up and get a car. But I was happy, thank goodness, that they had the bus line. The bus line would take us into the airport. It would stop at the complex and take us in. So I had to work it like the city. Hop on that. It wasn't no express bus, but take the bus into the MARTA train station. And then that's how I will work it. So that is another way you can kind of get around in the city. You can take different buses in different areas. And then they got different bus lines that they transfer to. Now, some of those bus lines they transfer to, their buses stop running at like 7 p.m. Gwinnett County, you one of them. But yeah, their buses stop running at 7 p.m. It was so mind blowing to me, but I had to realize I was really in a different culture, a different way of living. It's going to be a culture shock. It's going to be a major culture shock. So please make sure either come with a car or try to get one as soon as you can, or live close to the MARTA transit or bus line. And there's no real like major like express buses like that. And sometimes they're not coming back to back. Okay, the buses will come like every 45 minutes to an hour apart. Yeah, you'll be needing to get something to read, something, because you're going to be waiting. Ain't no express, none. Ain't no sense of urgency, not just on the mass transit. I'll get to that in a minute. But the next thing that you want to be ready for, my New Yorker brethren, is that heat. That heat is like fire. I don't know the rights to that song, but I have never in my life felt heat like what I felt like down here, because the heat here, it's different from New York. New York, you still got like the humidity coming off the water. You see that? Like right there, you got the humidity coming off the water, so it's a different type of heat. It's a more stifling that heat, but I think I would appreciate that more so than dry heat. It's a dry heat, and it literally feels like it is burning your skin, especially when you're in your car, because you're going to be in your car a lot. You're going to be in your car a lot. Wherever you have to go, you got to drive. And after a while, if you're coming from New York, you're getting tired driving. I know I did. I was tired. I'm tired of driving. I just want to walk. Why can't I walk? Now, some places they're starting to develop. Some places are starting to have sidewalks, Sandy Springs, those types of things. Sandy Springs, Atlanta, stuff like that. So you come with your car, you can get to drive around and learn the city a bit. But yeah, the heat, and it's getting hotter each year. I don't know too many people in New York that had experienced triple digit heat. I experienced 104, 107 degrees my first year here, and I was like, what is that? Oh my God. You try to hide from the sun. Even if you're in the car, you could be sitting or just driving and it's just coming through the wind. You try to move. Mm-mm. It's like sizzling. You'd be like, damn, this is burning you. So be ready for the heat. Um, Having the AC on all the time. You're gonna definitely need the AC. Be somewhere near a pool. Most of the complexes got pools. Um, subdivisions, yeah, subdivisions should have pools too. A lot of subdivisions got pools, but yeah, make sure you get something like that, and that should help you out a bit. Now, there's other things with Georgia that you should also know. You should also know the minimum wage down here is $7. Siete. I said seven. And the cost of living is through the fucking roof. Help me, Georgia. Help me understand. I mean, in so many different ways, because it is mind blowing to me. I've been getting my utility bills, because get ready for a ton of utility bills. And the bills here, they're not due every 20 days. They're due every, no, let me get that. Back it up. They're due every 20 days, not every 30 days, like normal people are used to. And I just noticed, I think my last bill with the gas, because you're going to pay for gas, you're going to pay for water, your light, water, sewage, storm water, wastewater, water. And you could be in a one bedroom. One place I left, it was like, ain't no way in hell I'm using $80 of water a month that you're charging me for from a one bedroom. And homeowners don't even pay that much for goddamn water. Stop it. They be ripping people off with them utility bills. And what they just did with Atlanta Gas and Georgia Power and them, because they're doing all this construction. So who you think is paying for it? My gas bill, my gas bill should normally be like $35. I was like, why is it $100? And it'll show the usage. If I had it here, it'll show the usage, because it's summertime. I don't need to run the damn heat. It was small. My meter was small, compared to the heat. So I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I saw these charges in there for another gas company. Atlanta Gas is like, okay, well, we're doing construction, but this like, we're going to charge $26 for some other charge and $26 for that. So we're paying for it. So that is what's is not the usage of the utility. It's them adding all the extra shit into it. Are you kidding me? Really? So that's pissing me off. I told you, especially since minimum wage is $7. Like, for real? For real? And the food. On top of the expenses, the food is high. And I gotta tell you, New Yorkers, there's some things that you need to know about the food that you're not gonna get, that you're gonna miss. Ain't no fish markets. Ain't no fresh fish. Depending on where you're at, they're going to tell you, hey, you could go to the DeKalb Farmers Market, which is in Decatur, near Avondale, right outside the Avondale train station. I mean, it's an international market, but the fish ain't fresh. It's still frozen, like it's coming in. It's not like you could get fresh, flaky, fresh fish, like in New York. Not some frozen whiting that feels like a sponge after you done cooked it or something. No, it absorbs too much water, and then you can't examine your fish. In New York, some places you could put the plastic on and you can look to see, check the gills and stuff like that. Oh no, not here. They're gonna pick it for you. And I got some red snapper one time, and from the DeKalb Farmers Market, and by the time I got to my car, I was like, what in the hell is that smell? That fish stunk up my car. I did a U-turn, okay, and got my money back. So also certain things when you're going out to eating, I'm gonna be honest with you, the Mexican food, to me, it kind of like sucks down here, because I don't know, it's like, where's the fucking flavor? This is not like New York Mexican food. I don't know. That the pizza, it's a wrap. I don't know what the fuck they're using for cheese. It's like waxy or something. Like, it's not mozzarella. It's not pulling. It's not Amore off of the Whitestone Bridge in Flushing, where I grew up at, or Glorious Pizza on Main Street in Flushing. I don't know if they're still there or not, but You know some good spots that had some good pizza. There was this other spot in Brooklyn, down not far from Fulton Street, but ooh, that pizza too was the bomb. But it was real cheese, man. So cheese don't. If you're still eating Chinese food, go on ahead. But if you just want um yellow rice with peas and carrots, it's like get out of here. This is that. This is what you got. Oh, mm, no, no, thank you. Now, what you will experience here, also, especially coming from New York, it's extremely clean. Georgia is a clean state. They don't litter, they don't play. And I was very happy about that. Very happy about that. You're not going to come here and fuck our shit up. No, this ain't New York. And they be quick to tell you this ain't New York. Let me tell you. Because you're not going to really experience a whole ton of Southern hospitality. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of other implants from different states and cities that live here. But I met a lot of Georgians that weren't as nice, or they weren't nice because they fell into the stereotypical thing that New Yorkers, we think we know everything, and um we got nasty attitudes and we're arrogant and all. And I had to tell one lady, I said, no, excuse me. I said, you have to judge each person as an individual and not as a whole state from where they're from. You know what I mean? I said, I can't judge the whole state of Georgia for something that one person would do. It doesn't make sense for me. I said, there's a lot of nice people from New York. And if someone was nasty to you, and I just got to be like, I don't know what you could have did to bring that out because, or maybe, down here, be careful, not be careful, shit. But they act like they never heard fucking profanity before. It's like, get the fuck out of here with that. Anyway, other than that, it being expensive, having a car, dealing with the heat, the rents are no longer cheap anymore. That era is over and long gone. Oh, and there's no Mecca. Yeah, if anybody coming down here looking for the Mecca, there's no Mecca. Um, Stay away from certain hood areas, dangerous areas. You got off of that Wesley Chapel over there, College Park, Camp Creek, Old National Highway, uh, Bankhead, anything on the west side. I just don't do the West End. I'm sorry, but no. Mm-mm. And I would do Uber Eats, and it would take me out there, man. I heard to cut that goddamn app off. Because their hoods are different. It's not like project hoods like New York. I understand New York. These southern hoods, they different. They're a little like post-slavery hood. Like, oh, you would just be like, let me get the fuck out of here. Just bust a U-turn where you can. I don't know if you can or not, but you may want to try that. But I just wanted to share those things with you. Remember the car. Prepare for the heat. Just know the minimum wage has not gone up. It's still like who in their right mind? $7. The food is not going to be as authentic or as tasteful. Forget about Italian. You're never going to like really find it. It's very expensive and boring. Unless you're going to be going to the clubs, like if you like the strip clubs and the clubs. But no, some people outgrow that shit. I don't have time for that. If you're like 21, 25 and younger, yeah, that's for you. Other than that, yeah, no, it's a little boring. It's not. So what I'm also going to say is, enjoy your time. If you're still coming to Georgia, just don't look for New York and Georgia. Each state is their own and has their own identity. So enjoy and make the best out of your relocation when you can. And I enjoyed it. I've been here for the longest. So yeah, but it's time now to relocate back. It's a different type of energy. If you're looking for that vibrant energy, yeah, not here. Enjoy yourself, be careful, be safe, learn the city, and not every city is Atlanta.